Round one, fight!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grim Reaper Gamers Reapercast. This is a presentation of the Grim Reaper Gamers, an over 25 clan with members across the country and the world, and a focus mostly on first-person shooters, but we do dabble a little bit in all genres. Bring your thick skin, your drink of choice, and grab your controllers. GRG members are on nightly with official clan nights every Wednesday night. Hello, everybody. I am Johnny Hustler. We're on take 2. I don't know what that stormtrooper is doing. And we are back after the big E3 extravaganza. As I said before, I think I'm Johnny Hustler. Now I don't even know what I'm saying because I've already gone through this once already. This has kind of got me all
breaking
screwed
the
up.
fourth wall.
Oh yeah, we knocked that sucker down years ago, man. As you know, I'm an officer in the Grim Reaper Gamers and one of your hosts. My other host in the second chair, Disney Nut 68, Keith. How the hell are you?
Hey Johnny. Hey Reapers. How's everybody doing tonight?
I think it's a good night. Now that we are, I think, actually going. I think we're doing a whole lot better. Let's hope it holds up. Well, first, our super producer, Digital Ciphers. Dig, how you doing?
I'm doing good, but everybody can kiss my ass.
Just keep those hamsters running, baby.
And if the servers would have been working, he had a much more pleasant greeting the first time around. In our coveted third chair, telling us to apparently cut, is the man with the glorious, oh God, don't do that. Yeah, the glorious beard that he almost cut off. H2 Daddy, how are you, man?
Hello, hello.
As you know, our next segment, what we always open up with, what is in your glass? Disney, you might have a surprise for us.
I have a surprise for everybody. I told everybody I was going to do it. Sure enough, here it is right here. Look at that. Bottles and James Strawberry Daiquiri Wine Cooler. Hell yeah, baby. Alcohol just for you guys.
It is.
Right there. Right there.
Thank you for your support. H2, what you got?
Well, I guess I'm taking Disney's spot tonight. I've got high quality H2O. Sorry. No alcohol for me.
Oh, can't go alcohol every night. Digital, what you got in your glass, man?
Sailor Jerry's on ice.
That's not bad.
And Johnny, how about you? What's in your glass?
Well, tonight we are actually going to try a premiere on the show. This is what's called Lucky Bucket Strawberry Blonde Ale. It is from a brewery about 70 miles away in Lincoln, Nebraska. And the reason why this is kind of a world premiere is I've never tried this before. So we're going to try it right here on the show. First time out.
Is there corn
What's
in
that?
It? Is there any corn in it?
Well, let's see. I don't think there is. I think this is kind of barley that I can tell. No, I don't think there's corn. Sorry, guys. You know what I'm going to do? Late July, I'm going to bring an ear of sweet corn on the air and just eat it right in front of all you guys.
Raw?
No, cook it up.
Okay.
I'm not going to eat that
right.
shit.
Okay. Will you do it with the drill?
Well, I'll do it with the drill. We might do that. We might do that with the drill just to see what happens. Why not? Show stunts. My God, it's becoming one of those morning zoo programs. Wait a minute, gluten-free. I don't think it's gluten-free. Tuttle. I don't think it's gluten-free, man. But anyways, so here we go. We're going to give this a shot right here in the old Cubs glass. Not bad. Not bad. Not as much strawberry as I was afraid of. Just got a little hint. That's nice. It was
not as much strawberry as I have.
No, not near as much strawberry. You're drinking a whole strawberry right there.
Hell yeah. That's some good shiznit.
Anyway, so now that we've gotten the tasting out of the way, let's see if we can stump the mouse, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. A little bit later in the arcade era, I'll give you that hint.
Okay.
It is it's a classic. We're gonna see
which means I probably played it in the arcade because I'm old as shit. So
I think everybody and their dogs played this in the arcade. At least it's anybody that's over 30, I guarantee, has played this in the arcades.
all right.
So here we go. You got it?
I have no idea. I'm going to take a guess.
Uh-huh.
Crystal Castles?
No. I'm sorry. And if I was on the ball, I would have the Shame Nun ready for this, but which you don't watch Game of Thrones, so you have no idea what the Shame Nun is, but everybody else understand.
You want to play the Price is Right fail horn?
I don't have it queued up, or I would, but no, that is not. I will give you a hint.
Okay.
It is one of the first in the fighting genre.
Street Fighter.
Not quite. A little earlier.
Earlier than Street Fighter? It's not. Mortal Kombat was in the 90s.
No.
Double Dragon?
There you go. Double Dragon is the answer.
I played a ton of that on my NES, man, back in the day. Woo.
Yep, Double Dragon is the answer.
Okay. So I got a little assist, but I'll still take it. So I'm 2-0 right now.
Yeah, you're doing all right. I have to give you a hint there, but
If you say so.
I do say so, and since I'm the one who's keeping count, I'm 2-0, Ditch.
Looks like my cat has taken up residence in the photobomb position. So all right, so let's get over to new game releases, gaming news, a little bit light. We are in the summer. We are going to skip Elder Scrolls as far as one of the releases because we're going to be talking about that in the community gaming focus. Our new game releases this week, we have two major ones, Batman Arkham Knight and PlanetSide 2. There's actually a third in Drive Club, but Tuttle's going to cover that in his PS4 minute. So Batman Arkham Knight, the fourth, I believe, in the series, in the Arkham series.
Yep.
Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, Arkham
World, isn't it?
I don't remember the third one. But anyway, I believe that's fourth in series. Batman, take Batman around Gotham City. I do not have it yet. The main thing I know about it is that they really screwed up the PC launch and had to pull it down. Warner Brother Games had to yank that off. The first time I think I've seen a AAA title pulled from the likes of Steam. Yes.
Damn, that's bad.
Arkham Origins. Thank you, Tuttle. Okay. But anyway, Rocksteady's third. Origins was a different developer, which Tuttle mentions in chat there. But yeah, they had to pull it down because, I think they had another developer porting it, and it's a mess. They had the frame rate locked. It was all screwy, looked choppy. I've seen some videos on it from the beginning of the game, and it's screwed up.
Damn.
Over to the PS4 side, as far as exclusives go, PlanetSide 2 is finally out of beta and into release. The free-to-play MMO shooter type of thing. I did get on about 15-20 minutes before we went on to plot the show out. It looks cool. It's beautiful. It's a good-looking game. I would say it's a Halo meets Killzone type of thing in the little bit of time that I've played it. Probably have some extra thoughts coming as we get closer to the next show. I'll probably have some extra thoughts. I'll get some time in on it. Last night, everything was kind of screwy. Servers have been kind of goofy for the last couple nights, so I hadn't had a chance to play yet. So, and then the big thing, E3. We're going to go around the horn here. And what I was thinking is let's all list off one thing you thought was good, one thing you thought was bad, and who you thought shouldn't even have tried. Diz.
Well, no surprise. My good was the fact that Microsoft showed Gears 4. I am a Gears fan, huge Gears fan, and I am so super hyped for this game. And what I saw looked pretty cool. Unfortunately, not till holiday of next year, but we do have Gears of War Remastered that's coming out in August of this year. So that should keep me tied it over. Is that the proper term?
Something like that.
Yeah, okay. It should keep me held over until Gears of War 4 comes out. My bad is the fact that, and I know I'm probably going to get flack from the crew in the chat, that Black Ops 3 is now a PlayStation 4 exclusive with the DLC. I personally, I didn't like it while I appreciated it, I didn't like it for Xbox. I felt that both sides should have had it equally, and I really thought that once this was done, that they were going to just let both sides have it at the same time. But unfortunately, Bobby Kotick and Activision decided to be the greedy bastards that they are, and now basically they have all their nuts in the PlayStation basket. So both PlayStation has both Call of Duty and Destiny. So whatever, it is what it is. As a Call of Duty player on Xbox, I'll wait, and I'll wait for the content to come out. I'm not too worried about it. And who shouldn't have showed up? Well, I mean, the game that shouldn't have showed up, that should have showed up, that didn't, was Crackdown. I've been waiting for Crackdown, and unfortunately, I got to wait for Gamescom. So that's my 2 cents on E3.
H2. What did you think?
You don't really want to know. I didn't watch it, didn't read about it. I'm not one of these people that researches and looks forward to games. I just listen to you guys, and what everybody's buying is sort of what I buy. Now, I did hear about the Gears of War deal. That was my first game that I really fell in love with on the Xbox. When I first got it, you'll find out later, I sort of arrived late. But I think only for the single player. Multiplayer just doesn't do it for me anymore. So, yeah, I didn't follow E3. Sorry, I'm not a gaming nerd, I guess.
Yeah, we're all gaming nerds in our own way. That's no big deal.
I'm a follower leader.
Johnny, what about your thoughts?
My thoughts, E3, what I liked. You know what I liked was Fallout 4. I loved what I saw from Bethesda on that. That looks like it's going to be one hell of a game. It's going to be a blast. I mean, everything I saw was just jaw-dropping. The unveiling, the gameplay they showed, all that stuff was just crazy. Loved it. The bad, man, where do I start? There were so many awful conferences. You know what my bad was? My worst out of it was Square Enix's presenters. My God, they made Ben Stein look like he was on speed. It was just god awful, just dull, boring. NPR was probably saying, "Damn, you guys are slow," but it was terrible. Who shouldn't have even bothered? EA's presentation was such a mess. It was just, even when I start to feel sorry for EA, whoever came up with that presentation, from the fact that everybody just seemed to be phoning it in to Hoop God, to all that, they should fire whoever planned that one out. It was god awful. It was just, it's even worse than Square Enix. But so,
did you have any thoughts?
Yeah, did you?
I don't know. I really like that. What was it? Horizon for PS4, the dinosaur game.
Oh yeah, from Guerrilla Games, makers of Killzone.
That, the new Ghost Recon. Everything. Ubisoft actually showed a lot of good stuff. So
Ubisoft was great.
Yeah,
they had a great show. I gave them my grade was just under Microsoft's.
Yep. So I don't know. I don't really have anybody that shouldn't have been there or didn't show up. So
Hawklander mentions Nintendo's Puppet Show. That was another terrible presentation. And the worst part is they actually went in, did that, edited it, and still thought that was a good idea.
What did you guys think of briefly about I didn't see the PlayStation conference. I only watched Microsoft because that was the only one that was televised. HoloLens. What did you think about that?
Which one?
HoloLens, Microsoft HoloLens.
Oh, HoloLens. Yes, that was really, that thing they did with Minecraft was really cool.
Wasn't that? I thought that was really cool.
That was incredible. I'm just bracing myself for that being prohibitively expensive.
Ridiculously expensive. Yeah. Well, I mean, let's look at it this way. If they're new controllers, what, $150? God only knows how much that's going to cost.
Yeah, you're going to be paying $3 to $5, I'm sure. Sony had a good presentation to give them their due. Sony had another nice presentation. My only disappointment was not a lot of info on when stuff's coming out. You know, a lot of info on what's coming out, but when. Boy, I don't know. Uncharted is going to be spectacular, and it's coming out in March. But everything else, they were really non-committal, and they didn't really show much on Morpheus. Now, I heard it got pretty good showing on the floor, but they really, other than a montage of what was coming, not much. But still a good overall show.
And I'm sure more will come out in Gamescom next month. I'm sorry, in
August. I think they're skipping Gamescom, and they're going to be at the Paris Game Show. Sony. Okay. And then they're going to be at the Paris Game Show.
I know Microsoft's going to be there because supposedly Crackdown's going to be shown big time in Gamescom, which I'm really looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, they're going to have a lot more.
So, because I love the first Crackdown. Second Crackdown sucked, but the first Crackdown was amazing. And if the new one is like the first one, I'm all in.
Yeah, first one was really good. Actually, one of my first 360 games.
Yep.
So, all right, community gaming focus. We're going to talk about what's in the community. Two major games going on right now. Elder Scrolls Online and Destiny. Diz, have you gotten into the Elder Scrolls yet?
I did get into some Elder Scrolls, yes. I'm actually level 4 or 5. Tried to pair up with some guys last week, but party chat was just acting up all wonky and couldn't pair up. I was with Beers and Stun Gun, and it was just difficult. So, I mean, we finally got into a party chat, but we couldn't get in each other's games. So, did play it, do like it. I want to play more of it, and I'm looking forward to playing some more of it, hopefully tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be hitting it. H2, you've been in Elder Scrolls yet, haven't you?
I'm in love with Elder Scrolls. You can see I drew a little heart. Great game. I like it a lot.
It's a fun game, and I'm saying that despite the fact that the servers do nothing but piss me off. Yeah. I mean, go ahead.
Everything working correctly and get it. I mean, I'm having fun like you, and it's not working right.
Right.
I tried to jump in with a party yesterday morning with a guy, and we spent 20 minutes trying to make it happen, and just finally gave up. But the game itself, loving it.
Yeah, my two biggest complaints right now, guild chat when it works is awesome. Every game should have something like that. There is no excuse in this gen why every game doesn't have that. The area chat, the area proximity chat, the guild chat, all that, it should be there. And I love it when it works. Now, okay, Lala does say the servers work fine now. Unfortunately, baseball tournament time has kind of sucked up my gaming time to start this week, so I'm going to get more time in now. But the other thing was the disappearing NPCs, and it was always somebody I had to talk to get somewhere, and then you can't do anything when they're invisible. You can't talk to them or anything. So that was frustrating, especially the last time I played it this weekend. It was just a pain in the butt. Threw me off, about as close to rage quitting as I get. No, I will not be doing corn harvest, Lala. That is not something I do. I am not a farmer. I eat it. I don't pick it. I let other people pick it so I can eat it. But, you know, now we're all starting to get to the levels where you can get to PvP. Hopefully the lines aren't like your average Disney ride there anymore.
Really? You had to go there? Really?
I did. Back in my head saying, no, don't do it. And I just said, fuck it. Did it.
This time of year, yes.
Destiny is still going on. News about the Taken King came out. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on. Still a pretty hardcore group out there led by Jackal. I know Jackal's been taking some new recruits to the clan at GrimReaperGamers.com. He's been taking some of them on the nightly raids and such. Lots of Destiny still going on. Elder Scrolls, we've gotten a lot of new recruits in for that. I know we've gotten a few people who've come in on the PS4 side for Planet side too. Let's see. Anybody here been playing Destiny of late? I think we've all been Elder Scrolls.
I traded mine in a couple weeks ago.
I've still got it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much done with it for now.
Yeah, I uninstalled.
I got it. I may revisit it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls is taking my time.
And there's other stuff that's coming out later this summer that's going to occupy our time too, besides Elder Scrolls. I mean, the Black Ops 3 beta is coming out. The Rainbow Six Siege beta is coming out. So there are going to be other things that are going to be occupying our time in the interim, besides Elder Scrolls. So,
looking forward to Rainbow Six.
Can't wait.
Since they announced Terrorist Hunt, that's going to be great. I cannot wait for that.
I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
We were going to mention this earlier, but Lala brought it up in chat, so I'm just going to plug it real quick and plug it a little bit later. Jackal is running people through the raids on Monday nights. That is a scheduled time. We'll talk about that on the upcoming clan events here after the member spotlight and such. So,
is he wearing his Batman outfit when he runs them through?
I think he's waiting for the Taken King for that one.
Okay, I didn't know.
Hopefully his Connect is off when he does that.
I think he's saving that for the Taken King.
It makes me want to take my clothes off. I don't know.
Very little what makes me want to take my clothes off.
Bill.
All right. Well, we got our man in the third chair. We got our interviewer in the second chair. This is basically the point where I flake off for a little while. So it's the member spotlight. Disney, take it.
All right. H2, you ready for this, my man?
I'm ready.
All right. So, question number 1. Gamer tags almost always tell something about their owners. Tell us about yours.
All right. Since I'm such a super creative guy, this is going to be a real long and involved story. I bought the 360. Said I had to come up with a gamer tag. I put a lot of thought into it. Basically, I have 2 little boys. Well, they're not little, 11 and 13. And both of their names start with an H. So, H times 2, I'm their daddy. Yeah, sorry, I don't have a really creative. Actually, the name I have used online for years and years in other places, somehow I screwed that up and couldn't get it, and that's why I had to come up with H2 Daddy. So
I always thought H2 stood for Halo 2.
What's that?
I always thought H2 was short for Halo 2.
I bought an original Xbox on eBay, played it for a week, and bought the 360, and the rest is history. Never played much Halo 2.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. Okay, moving along. How long have you been gaming?
Oh, well, I'm not like a lot of you guys, and I don't mean that negatively, but I really didn't grow up gaming. I've always sort of played games. I'm a little older than the average guy in the clan. I spent a lot of my high school gaming in an arcade. One of the guys on my football team, his dad owned an arcade. So we hung out there, got to play for free. So, you know, mid 80s, I was at the arcade playing all that kind of stuff. I didn't get into gaming like I am now until I bought the 360. So, you know, I've got some systems that I've owned in the past, but wasn't much of a gamer. Not like I am now, anyway.
Gotcha. Okay. Assuming that you're not a professional.
Let me ask a question. Somebody might be able to help me here. Probably not, since there's 3 people watching. The first actual game I owned was this little box, and it was a tank game. You hooked it up to your TV, and each side, sort of catty-cornered, had 2 little sticks. And the one stick had the fire button, and it was, you know, very basic, a block basically shooting. You went around a maze. I've Googled it trying to find what that game was.
Are you talking like an old 8-bit game from like Atari generation?
It wasn't. It was just this tank game. Didn't have a cartridge. I got it for Christmas or something. It was my first video game. Like I said, you plugged it in. You both sat there on the same little box with 2 sets of sticks, and it was 8-bit looking. But anybody out there in Reapercast land knows what I'm talking about, let me know, because I'd love to know it. That's the first game I ever owned.
Audible says he knows it. I thought it was Combat that you were talking about for the Atari 2600, but that doesn't sound like.
No, I've seen this. I've seen this ages ago.
It's not Steel Battalion, is that? That's not what he's talking about, is it?
No. This is like way back. This is
way back in the day.
Yeah, you didn't stick game cartridges in this. You bought this box, and that's it. You played this game.
Hawk is saying Tank Battle. Does that sound right, H2? Does that ring a bell?
I don't know. I might have to Google that and see if I can see any images of it.
Okay.
I looked around today. I just put Tank Game and late 70s, early 80s. I couldn't find anything.
Yeah, it's probably an old 8-bit game, I would think, back then, right, Johnny? 8-bit?
If that. If even that.
So it was a plug and play, right, H2?
Could be Battle Zone.
Battle Zone.
No, I don't know if.
No, wasn't that strictly an arcade? That's the one
until it hit
went into
Atari.
the periscope, right? Where you would like look through it and you can turn around. Is that Battlezone? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I was just throwing that out there. It was my first.
All right.
I never had a game system till college, so.
Gotcha. Well, the crew is on it, and Lala said, post it in the forums and move on. So, moving on to the next question.
You're not
assuming
the boss,
that you're.
Lala.
Oh, the gauntlet has been dropped. Okay.
This is my show, big guy.
Oh. I'm not saying a word. Assuming that you're not a professional gamer, what's your day job?
I'm actually a professional teacher, high school teacher. I teach personal finance, a little marketing, coach a little golf, and I keep the clock for the basketball games. And believe it or not, Lala, I know you're not going to believe this, I'm the webmaster.
So you're shaping young minds of the future.
Yeah, if you want to call it that. Try not to kill them. It's rough.
I'm sure it is. Hey, you're off for the summer now, right?
Absolutely. The main reason I teach.
Okay, so besides gaming, what other hobbies do you enjoy?
I can hear Lala moaning and groaning now. I have a lot of hobbies. My wife makes fun of me. You guys make fun of me. I'm okay with that. I like trying new things. I actually jotted down a couple things because I know what I'm into now, but tomorrow might be a different day. Actually, I've raced RC cars. I've collected Hot Wheels, baseball cards, comic books, baseball autographs, fishing, fly tying, hunting, you name it. Right now, I actually pulled in one here. This is what I've been doing this summer. My son, my 11-year-old, see if I can.
Model tanks?
This is my model tank I've been working on, an M60 Abrams, I think. I don't know. We're building cars. We got some planes. Tomorrow could be anything. I like hobbies. I like trying new things. So
you diversify, basically.
I am very diversified. I've got board games back here. I'm big into board games. Like I said, I showed this earlier. I hope this doesn't offend anybody out there. I like war games where you go and battle and you got your little, they call them chits, and you move them around on the map. I'm just a geek. I don't know.
So you're not a one-trick pony. I got what you're saying.
Hey, you never know what you're going to like until you try it. That's my motto.
Good motto. Good way to live life.
See, this hobbies question is why I trimmed down the agenda for the show.
Hey, we could spend the rest of the time on hobbies.
There we go. There we go.
Let's see. If Gunny was out there, we could have a little band practice. I got like 10 instruments laying around here. Can't play one of them, but hey.
Good Lord. Jack of all trades, master of none. Is that? I think that's his new forum nickname. What do you think about that, Johnny?
That is me.
That's funny. Okay, so moving on before we get too much flack. What's the first game that you remember playing, and what's your fondest memory of it?
Oh, that tank game I mentioned earlier, but the first, I was thinking of this today. How am I answering this one? What I really remember was going over to a friend of mine's house, and his dad had built this TV that popped up out of this little box. He's like, you need to check out this game I got. And my dad, he didn't buy games. I mean, turns out he was filthy rich, but we lived like we had nothing. I guess that's why he's retired at the beach right now. But my friend had Asteroids, and I guess it was on the Atari, whatever.
2600.
And I remember playing that thinking, this is the most awesome thing in the world. And going home and asking mom and dad, and, basically they told me to suck it. They weren't buying it. That's my first, I'd go over to my buddy's house and play that. That's, I guess, my really first memory of video gaming.
All right. Very cool. If some evil spell allowed you to only play one single game for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
Oh, yeah, this was another tough one. I would have to say, now I'll catch a lot of flack because nobody in the clan plays this, but Battlefield. If I just had one game and one game only, that's the one I enjoy playing. That, even though I've not touched it in months, that's my go-to game. That's the one I always go back to and play over and over again.
Okay. All right. Hey, it's your question. It's your answer. So there's no right or wrong answer here. It's completely you. So
I'm not giving H2 flack for Battlefield. That's a solid choice.
I'm not giving him flack either. So no complaints coming here.
Nobody in this clan plays it. So yeah, I have to go elsewhere.
I get to it once in a while. I go back every now and then.
I don't know. Are you getting Battlefront? And I don't have. Yeah, that's a good question. Are you getting Star Wars Battlefront?
Actually, I probably will. It looks sort of interesting. Like I said, I don't do a lot of pre-research, and I just sort of listen to you guys and what everybody's going to be playing. But that one I have looked at, and that looks interesting. Okay.
Moving along. Are there any games that you regret putting on your gamer tag?
Yeah. Yeah, well, the only game I really have bought, and I just thought, what in the heck? This doesn't make any sense to me. And it's my fault for going to the PlayStation side one time. Bought a PlayStation 3, and Little Big Planet was, so I bought it. I'll be honest, maybe I didn't understand it, but that game to me was a complete waste of time and money. Maybe I just didn't figure out how to play it. I don't know, but that's probably the only one that really jumps out at me. Like, what in the world did I buy that for?
All right. Hey, we all had that game that we were like, yeah, exactly. Why did I buy this? Yeah, I'm sure Johnny has one. I know I definitely have one. So that's for another time and place. What
I
upcoming?
regret nothing.
You, Gary. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Liar. What upcoming game or games are you most looking forward to, H2?
And I'm going to say probably Rainbow Six. That's the game I was playing when I joined this clan originally.
Good choice.
Yeah, I may get it, and it's years. I may revisit it, and it doesn't have that same feeling, but I have very fond memories of that one. Like I said, was my introduction to this clan. That's what everybody was playing when I joined, and I had a lot of good times, enjoyed terrorist hunts. So that's probably the one that I'm looking forward to. So I hope they don't screw it up.
You and me both. There's quite a few of us that are looking forward to that title. So yeah, let's hope they don't screw it up. If you found yourself dropped into a video game, which video game character would you most want to have your back?
Master Chief.
Good choice.
Now, I'm not even a Halo fan, but that's who I want watching my back.
He's a total badass. I'm right there with you, bro. And what's your favorite Xbox Live moment? Whether it's a single player campaign that you finished, a multiplayer kill, is there anything that sticks out that really comes to mind?
Well, probably not a particular moment, but a particular period of time. When I first discovered Years of War, I guess. I hadn't really joined any clans. I hadn't really, I'd stuck my toe in the waters at the old site that we won't mention any names, but I hadn't really, I hadn't really found a group to play with. But a guy that I actually used to teach with talked me into getting the Xbox, and he played Gears of Wars, and I ran into a couple of my ex-students that were older now, and we had this little group of people. We weren't a clan, but we found this core group, and we played hours and hours nightly. And I just remember the good times, the laughing, just everything about it. I enjoyed that moment in time. Like I said, I've revisited it with older Gears, and it just doesn't do it for me anymore. But that's probably my fondest memory of gaming.
Okay, good answer. What's something, I don't know if this is even possible, but what's something that the members of GRG don't know about you?
Oh, yeah. I really struggled with this one. I've got nothing. I'm sort of an open book. Probably something I've never mentioned. It sort of has nothing to do with anything. I'm adopted. I was adopted at age 5 days, and sort of weird. My parents retired and moved to the beach about 16, 17 years ago, and my mom gave me this book of baby crap. And I'm looking through it, and there's a little handwritten note. It turns out it was from the nurse in the hospital to my mother. And it kept talking about Greg is a good baby, Greg eats good, Greg blah, blah, blah. So for 5 days, my name was Greg, which really freaks me out because it's Jeff now. And I don't know, that's the only weird thing I thought about that I probably have never mentioned. But, yeah, I'm adopted.
Okay. Good for you. Good for you. And way to share that with the clan. Okay, so final scripted question. Any final thoughts? Any hate mail? Anything you want to say? Floor is all yours. Go right ahead. It's an open forum.
Yeah, something I'm guilty of. We're getting a lot of new guys in, and don't be like me. Get involved. I'm sort of a quiet guy till I get in with a group of guys, and I know when I first joined, kept my mouth shut there, but I'm a listener more than a talker. Get involved. I know we've had guys come in and leave and you never hear from them again. Just get involved with these guys. They're a bunch of ass hats, just like I am. And, the clan is what you're going to make of it. The more involved you get in it, the more fun you're going to have with it. I have moments where I'm not real involved. I've got 2 boys that were at baseball fields 7 days a week right now. My oldest is playing golf. Once basketball starts, there's moments where I'm just too tired, but you got to stay involved, get involved with this group, and it really is a good time. I just sort of made a note to myself to talk about that and try to get some of these new guys to jump in and have some fun with us.
You're here. You're here. Okay, so that's the last of the scripted questions. So I have a couple of unscripted questions to try and throw you off your game. So I guess question number 1 would be, when did you decide to grow the most epic beard in history?
Well, for about 20 years, I've had chin hair. I always sort of had a goatee. Sometimes I'd have a mustache, sometimes not a mustache. Actually, a few years ago, one summer, I shaved it all off for about a month and hated it. And I guess winter before last, I started growing one and kept it about, I don't know, it got down to about here, and I shaved it off in the summer. Ball fields every day, just got hot and sweaty. Instantly regretted it. So in October, I said it was 3 years ago. Not this past October, but the October before, I decided to grow it again. And this is what I've got at this point. This is a year and however many months. I don't know. Does that translate well? I need to measure it, I guess. But yeah, my wife hates it. It's hot. It's dirty. It's a pain in the butt. In fact, I'm trying to get my son to go get me a hair tie so I can tie it up. I keep it all tied up because if I roll over in bed, I put my hand on it and pull hairs out. And yeah, I don't recommend it. It takes a lot of work.
Okay. All right. Understandable. Okay. And my last question is, and then I'll open it up to Johnny if he has anything for you, is when do you plan on retiring and doing reviews full time?
Oh, goodness. Well, it does take a lot of time on my part to do these reviews. I mean, you don't see the behind the scene hours and hours of work that I have to put in. Yeah, I'm going to have to get my kids grown. They're just in 6th and 8th grade. So it'll be a few years before I can really devote that kind of time to my reviews.
Understandable. Johnny, do you have any questions for our member spotlight this week?
No, you actually took the one I had in the back of my mind about the beard.
Okay.
Stuff.
There you go.
So you got me.
Go. All right.
I think we just need to get to the live this week.
Yes,
H2 review.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go ahead and apologize now. I did not get as much preparation time as I normally get for these reviews. They sort of popped this one on me. And in fact, I'm changing gears. They think I'm going to review something that I mentioned before we started. I've changed my mind. Hey, it's my show, right? I was going to review Orange is the New Black Season 3. I'm going to hold off on that. May revisit that in the future. I'm going to review, and this is a serious review. In fact, you all probably aren't ready for the time I'm actually going to spend here. I'm known for being a little short. If you have Netflix, I recommend, let me make sure I say the right name. There's a documentary called The Short Swing. And you're going to think I'm just being stupid here. Highly recommend you go watch this documentary. If you enjoy golf or sports, go watch it. Basically, they have this giant tournament for kids in, I think, October of every year. And like thousands of kids from around the world come and play in this. And these little kids can play. Annika Sorenstam, was that a tennis player? Does that ring a bell?
Yes.
She was a golfer.
Her little brother is featured.
Yes, you're right. She was a golfer.
No, I may have the wrong name. This girl was a tennis player, but her little brother is in this documentary. They follows basically like 7 or 8 kids from around the world, and these little turds can play golf like you wouldn't believe. And it sounds stupid.
Maybe
fantastic.
It was Anna Kournikova.
Anna Kournikova, there you go. Her little brother.
Yeah, she was a tennis player.
Yeah, and Mama's hot, so yeah, go watch it. It's really pretty cool. So see, I gave you a real honest to goodness video review, not my usual.
There we go.
Nice.
This
Very
for my,
good stuff.
Coming off the golf course.
There we go. All right, and that pretty much concludes our member spotlight for this week.
Very nice. Very nice. And even got a little review in there and learned something about this short game. I have not heard about this. Alan Kournikova, by the way, is the name of the half brother of Anna who's in that.
That's it.
In that documentary. I ran over to Wikipedia. Thank you.
Wikipedia to the rescue, baby.
I'm going to have to check that out. That sounds interesting.
Pretty cool.
Very neat. He threw us a curveball even.
He did. I was expecting Daredevil or something else, and you just pulled this one out of left field. So
it looks like Hawklander's comment. Hawklander's comment. Too busy watching porn. No time for Netflix.
Should we call him? I was going to say, should we call him Tuttle Jr., but he's a lot older than Tuttle. So should we call him Tuttle Sr.?
Oh, geez. You can get chat blowing up here on that one.
I'm waiting for it.
All right. Well, thank you, H2. That was excellent. That was a fun member spotlight, a great review.
Yes.
Good to have you on the show. So,
yes.
Upcoming clan events. We've got a handful of things. Disney, you are the keeper of all things Call of Duty. Is there a Clan Wars coming up?
There is. Clan Wars Mumbai is coming up. I believe it's this weekend. And I don't know how much I'm going to be able to participate. Maybe tomorrow night, Saturday, my niece is graduating from high school, so I'm kind of preoccupied. But nonetheless, Clan Wars Mumbai is this weekend for both Xbox and PlayStation. And hopefully we can... I think the last Clan War we dominated like we did. We've been doing. So hopefully we can get another piece of epic gear. And we'll see what happens from there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So... And on a final note with Call of Duty, the Call of Duty Xbox side finally got our red clan tags with the most recent clan win. So we're happy and proud of that.
Very nice. Very nice. As we mentioned a little bit earlier, Lala brought it up in chat and I kind of brushed on it. Monday night raids with Jackal at 9 Central on Monday nights. I'm not sure what H2's doing there, but Jackal's organizing raids for anyone that still needs to run raids on the Destiny side. Sword of Crota, Vault of Glass, either of them. He's taking a lot of the new guys through of late, a lot of guys that need raids. Signups are on the forums at www.grimreapergamers.com. And coming up, not happening in the next couple weeks, but probably after that, Elder Scrolls Online, the Cyrodiil player versus player. We're going to be running a Grim Reaper Gamers Havoc squad. Lala is wanting to schedule PvP in Elder Scrolls soon. I know he's going to be out through the 4th of July holiday, but... we'll be coming up. Probably next show we'll mention a little more, and that's obviously dependent upon Bethesda's wonderful servers. So we'll be in September.
We'll be in September.
Right before, we'll get right into PvP right before Rainbow Six comes out.
Yeah, right before Labor Day and the kids go back to school.
Yep, exactly. So. Over to our thread of the week. We had a couple of qualifiers, even though E3 took up a lot of time on the threads. But the latest here is asking if Bungie screwed up with their PR, especially. We said we were going to talk about the Taken King DLC. They had what they had was a little conundrum because they had the special pack that had exclusive engrams and some shaders and some emoticons, dance moves, what everybody loves on Destiny still, the old dance moves. But the thing was you had to, or at least the first word from Bungie was, you had to buy the Taken King Collector's Edition, which means you had to rebuy the original game and DLC, because that collector's edition had the original game, the DLC up till now, up until this latest pack, the House of Wolves expansion, and then Taken King. Tape measure. He's measuring the beard.
Live on show, he's measuring the beard.
He is measuring the beard. So until we have a number, we'll keep talking about the thread here. So we had, and the thing is that the Destiny forums and Twitter and all that, people are pissed. There's people that are not happy.
We got a number, H2?
This is like the Jerry Lewis telephone.
There we go. 15 inches, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it live here on the Reapercast.
15-inch beard.
Good Lord.
Amazing. Only here on the Reapercast on the GRG Twitch site do you get live beard measurements.
That's true. Nowhere else.
So, I mean, there's been a lot of upset people. Have you been checking this out, or have you checked out any of that about Taken King?
Personally, no. I'm over that game. So, H2. Now, anything on?
I read a little bit about the forums are all pissed off. I'm like you. I could care less. I'm over the game. I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, but same old. Got tired.
Now, I think I heard earlier that they were going to actually offer another $20 pack that would have those shaders, like 3 shaders, 3 weapons, 3 engrams, and the emote icons or something. I don't know. God, that's pricey for, $20 for that. That's just, I don't know. It's the Activision effect is there, and they are just nickeling and diming everybody.
Does that surprise you?
Death on that. No, it doesn't. It's just ridiculous. And I mean, Audible's comment, when do we got our dance moves? Dixon said I'm sure I've said it again, but I'd pay $5 in order to twerk.
If people paid for horse armor in Oblivion, they're going to pay for this stuff. I mean, that's the bottom line.
By the way, the horse armor would be worse than twerking. As far as
I'd agree with that statement. Definitely.
Well, I think, it's just another PR bomb for these guys. It's just been a mess with this game, and it's kind of been screwy, really screwy. And, I mean, a lot of people are going to move on. This is not going to help. A lot of stuff this fall. Rainbow Six, Battlefront, a new Call of Duty for those that are still big on the genre, and we're still going to be looking for something. And there's a lot coming up. I mean, I know I'm going to be...
time to move on.
Yeah. There's just, I don't know. They've really disappointing. What they've done, and kind of crappy, but anyway, I do believe that our super producer, Digital Ciphers, has a PS4 minute, 2 minutes, minute and a half, something like that Tuttle has managed to wind his way back on this show, even in a non-live capacity.
I think that's 4 in a row.
I do believe we've got video, don't we, Didge?
Hey, everybody. R-Total86, back again. You thought you had a week away from me, but I found a way to get back into it, because I always do. Well, for your PlayStation Minute, it's been a pretty eventful week, well, actually 48 hours for cheap PlayStation gamers. With the release of PlanetSide 2, which is a free-to-play, massive world first-person shooter. I have yet to play it, but I have it downloaded. And with the 20-month late Drive Club Plus edition, which I also have downloaded, fans are rejoicing. PlayStation Network is finally getting what they want. Crappy games for free. And besides that, the same thing's going on the PlayStation side. You got the people irpy on Elder Scrolls. You got people like me that can't get off Batman's junk because he's just so freaking sexy. And that's about it. And since I missed the What's in Your Glass, Red's Wicked Apple Ale. It's nice. Oh, before I log off, one more thing. Yeah, that's for you. That's for you, Disney. All right, until we meet again, R-Total out. Hey, everybody.
I don't think Diz liked the Universal Studios hat.
That's for you, Tuttle, right there, bro. You're number 1 or 11.
Hey, I do appreciate that Tuttle brought out the beer and was still participating in What's in Your Glass, even non-live. How many of those have you had now, Diz?
Dose. And I got to say, I'm starting to feel it in my head a little bit.
Oh, God.
I'm feeling a little.
Do we see 3? Do we see 3?
I brought 3. I don't think I'm going to dare go for number 3. So.
Oh, come on. All right, quick chat vote. Who wants to see 3?
They're a little bit behind. I'm waiting.
By the way, thank you, Tuttle, for
the
PS4 minute. Really appreciate it. Good job there. Did good work on the shows for us, and looks like we're getting votes. Yep, I've got 4 yeses, 5 yeses, 6. Oh,
I do have to go to work tomorrow.
So we all do.
I don't.
God damn it,
Hawklander, he's going down. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Woo! 3.
Just like high school, Diz.
Yeah, no shit. No shit. More like college, my fraternity days. That's what it was more about there. That's when I started drinking, when I went away to college and I joined a fraternity.
Interesting note
a couple of years ago, they got in trouble for funneling in their anal areas and absorbing it. You guys didn't do that, did you?
No, I just did keg stances back in the day. No.
Oh, okay. Just making sure you hadn't ever stuck wine in that part of your body.
No, no, it's only been in my mouth. Thank you.
Did a lot of things in college. The butt chug was not one of them.
No. Yes, that's no.
Yes. I think it was a year or 2 ago, a fraternity, my old alma mater, University of Tennessee, got busted for it. That's a proud moment.
Yikes.
No, Reaper, I drank beer. I used to chug it. Thank you very much. I used to drink from a beer keg.
Do they have wine cooler keg?
No, there was no such thing back then. So, yes. And especially during pledging, the brothers used to like to screw with me and make me chug beer. My first beer was Anheuser-Busch's Busch beer. I think I've said enough right there.
Oh, somebody had money in college.
No. They bought it. I just drank it.
Well, somebody had money because our shit was Keystone.
Keystone.
The broke-ass beer drinker's beer.
He had that too. Absolutely.
Oh, God, that was brutal. I had one. I had a Keystone 2 years ago. I was getting pretty drunk. I had a Keystone 2 years ago. I don't know how I made it through college with that. I don't know how I made it through college drinking that shit. That was terrible.
That was our cheap one, Shapers.
I think I'd have been better off with Pabst.
You hipster.
Ooh.
You hipster.
No, back then it was broke. It wasn't hipster back when.
I know.
When you drank Pabst. Now it's hipster, but interesting note on the Tuttle's deal, the Drive Club finally came out. I kind of left that for Tuttle to bring up. That was the other big release in PlayStation 4, a couple of free-to-plays. Drive Club, the offline edition. They don't have the online yet, but it took 20 months just to get the offline PS Plus version out. That's been a mess. I don't know if I'm going to pull that one or not. I haven't decided.
Isn't it free?
It's free, but I'm going to wait and see how people are reacting to it before I use up drive space and bandwidth.
Gotcha.
So, but hey, we are going to, for the efforts of time and trying to get a little more diversity in there, we're going to bring the top 5 back next week or in 2 weeks. From now, we're going to take a break from top 5. Plus, we just didn't have time to get everything compiled yet, so that'll give us a couple weeks to get everything compiled. We'll maybe try to give you a bonus edition in a couple weeks. We'll see how that goes.
In the recovery from E3, we just ran out of time. I'm not drunk, Reaper. Get out of here. I'm not drunk.
Bartles and James knocking him down.
What is this thing? 5% alcohol? I mean, come on, give me a freaking break. Seriously, like, yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. Just continue with the show, Johnny.
All right. Well, that takes us to the Tater O' the Month. Tater of the Month this month, we have nominated somebody outside the clan that has been affecting us quite a bit. God, if I can't get English down, I'll be the tater next time. The biggest tater that has affected us in the last few weeks. I am giving Tater of the Month to Bethesda's servers. My God, could they botch that up? It's not like they had a year in preparation on PC for that or anything, you know? I mean, let's get real here. That was just god awful. H2 with the damn signs.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. What was the signs? I didn't see it.
You didn't see the sign. It was the call me sign again.
Mrs. Disney, call me.
Well, it says Disney is always the tater, but I am giving Bethesda tater this month. They've earned it, man. I mean, they have just wow. I mean, EA looks and says, God, those servers suck. I mean, it's Battlefront all over again, for God's sakes. Hopefully not as long, but just had flashbacks to Battlefront. But now that I've gotten to go off on Bethesda, let's talk about some of the things going on with the clan coming up. We do welcome the new members of the clan. We unfortunately didn't get a chance to get our crawl with the scrolling list. We will get that list together. We'll have 4 weeks worth of new members. We're in a recruiting drive for Elder Scrolls and Planet Side, so we're going to see a lot of new guys. We saw a nice influx the last couple days. That's part of the reason why we didn't get that crawl going. So, you know, the efforts on Reddit, the efforts on Twitter, they've been paying off pretty nicely. We've got some new members in here. Some of them are even in the old chat room here. A lot of the guys in the recruiting efforts, we're getting some guys that stick.
Call me 15 inch. Yeah, you witch, bitch.
You're getting close to answering Tuttle's question about whether the beard or the peen is longer.
The beard.
The beard.
I'm not lying.
Oh, God. So we will get the new members list going again. That roundtable thing kind of threw us a little off rhythm. We're still playing with that roundtable idea. So,
yep.
Just a reminder, we are getting close. In November on the 7th is Extra Life over at extra-life.org. We do have a forum, a sub-forum for Extra Life. Sign up if you want. Donate if you can. Also, another big thing is on the 7th, you guys being out to game is a big way to support your Reapers that are gaming for Extra Life. Because let me tell you something. When you're gaming, and we started about 8 a.m. on Saturday, and when we get to about midnight, stuff gets blurry. It can get a little ugly sitting there when you're from midnight back to 8 o'clock. You know, those last 12 hours, especially those last 6, 7, 8 hours, get a little rough for those that are actually putting in the 24 that aren't splitting it up. So, you know, get out there and game with us on the 7th. If you can, help fundraise for your local children's hospital. Otherwise, donate to a local children's hospital. Doesn't even have to be someone else's hospital. Find the one closest to you and donate. It's a great cause. It's Children's Miracle Network. They help kids that need research for their cancers and other diseases. They help parents who can't pay for their bills. Kids deserve care, and Children's Miracle Network provides it. Extra Life helps make sure they still can. So please help. We need more videos. Dixon's done a great job supplying some videos. Hopefully everybody else, now that we're kind of getting into the swing of summer, some activities are starting to die down. Some other activities are starting up, but maybe in between, get some videos. We need some Elder Scrolls videos. That's one thing we're really lacking right now is we'd like to get some Elder Scrolls stuff out there. So get out there, get some videos. Don't make me do this show naked. That's all I ask of you. Bring us videos. Nobody wants that. Nobody. Oh God.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh God, it's worse than Gunnies.
I didn't need that on top of alcohol. Thank you.
Somebody say naked.
I didn't need that on top of alcohol, really.
Lala's threatening. He says he has a video for us. That scares me.
Lemonparty.org does not count as a video, Lala.
Might to Lala. Good luck. I've seen some of the stuff he shared on chat.
And that's why Disney, no clicky, no linky.
I'm not going to read whoever said they farted
Oh, good Lord.
on the agenda.
Did somebody say that? Seriously?
Somebody put that on the agenda just now. I don't know.
Oh, good Lord.
I don't want to
It
know.
wasn't me. I can tell you that much.
Well, and you know what? This little bit shorter show, we've kind of hit the end. We've hit the finish line, guys.
We have.
So, H2, thank you. Thank you for being on. Great guest.
Thank
Really
you
appreciate
guys.
it.
Enjoyed it.
It was a lot of fun. It's always fun having the guest on, having that third chair, getting to know our members, getting to know who's in the clan. So the rest of you Reapers, we'll be hitting you up. We'll be hitting you up. We will be, jeez, we will be hitting you up for the member spotlight.
Look at
3
it.
wine coolers, everybody.
I'm not drunk.
Three wine coolers.
3. Done.
Texas Reaper Crew says, good job, H2. We echo the sentiment. We really thank you. That was great. And the live beard reading. How can you go wrong with a live beard measuring?
Hey,
You don't get that every week.
I could measure other things. I don't know.
I got, we measure mine out. We're talking millimeters.
No waterfalls allowed.
Got to start somewhere.
Ooh.
This chin's like Charlie Brown's head. Disney, you got any extra thoughts or final thoughts for us?
Other than no,
that
I
belch?
wouldn't. No, why? You heard that? I muted the mic. Did you guys hear that? Seriously, I muted the mic.
Hear what?
Okay, you didn't.
I thought I heard something. Maybe it was when maybe you bumped the mic when you muted it.
No, I have a switch here, so it's right here with my
maybe
fingers,
that's what I heard.
so.
I thought I heard the belch.
No. I switched the mic off. So no. I did my duty. I drank once, and now I'm back to soda. So don't ask me to do it ever again. So that's it. I just want to let you know that I hate you all. Thank you.
Jeez. Wow, some venom there. H2, do you have some final thoughts?
No, I'm just glad I got to see Disney get drunk on screen here.
Freaking
brought
room
back
is
good
spinning
memories
right
of high
now.
school.
Oh my God.
3.
Seriously, my room is.
Look at
Holy
it.
shit.
Good Lord. Call me, Miss Disney. Call me. Call me. 3.
I'll be the first person to admit that I'm a lightweight. I'll be the first person to admit it, and that's why I don't drink.
Digital, do you have some final thoughts from the beyond?
Not really. I'm just ready to go to bed.
Oh my God. All right, guys. Well, 4 for H2 and super producer Digital Ciphers and the somewhat lit up Disney Nut 68. My name is Johnny Hustler. Take care. Stay safe. Get your game on. Have a
You guys suck. I hate you all.
Dear Lord.
gotta go.